Hey folks, it's Florida Deere. Today we're doing a job for a customer of mine, and this is why we have small tractors, okay? I had to fill this in because that's like where a tree used to be, and then we had to deal with that. So the bucket is 53.5 inches wide. This is 58 inches wide, so anything bigger, which I think the next step up is 60-inch, wouldn't work. So probably can't tell in the, so that's the house right there. Probably can't tell in the video, but this is going down at a pretty good incline. So I will turn to the house in just a minute here. So the house is now up there. And we got a couple roots here, right there, right there. A couple other roots you can't really see, just some elevation changes. So everything through here is slow. There's a little dip right here. And then it goes up again, except for it's also on a slant. So this has been fun. Obviously I've gotten a couple loads already. Looks like there's a board. I'll toss that aside. Make that flatter again. So we're putting dirt here and along the side of the house just to shore up some of the grade. And so he's flattening it out as I bring it, and it's just a house that has some elevation to it. But this is why when people always talk about how big an attachment can I put on my 1 Series tractor, I always say 4 foot. I mean, sure, it can take more, but why would you want it to be more? If you had a 60-inch box blade, you could not get it through that gate. It would be tight going through these 2 trees right here and going up the hill. So I think the huge benefit to these tractors is their size. Yes, to a certain extent, they have somewhat limited capability compared to obviously a bigger tractor, but that's not normally a problem with the jobs you're going to use for it. And if you need a bigger tractor type job, then you can get a bigger tractor.
So after getting plenty of full size scoops, I get ready and get a less than full size one for the camera here. And I was putting it in 2-wheel drive back into 4-wheel drive back and forth since I was on the concrete there. I want to try to keep it in 2-wheel drive as much as possible, but sometimes I needed the, if you're going straight, I think it probably doesn't matter with the 4-wheel drive, but then it was actually so loaded with sand anyways, it probably didn't matter, but trying to keep the tractor squared away. So sometimes I navigated this gate opening much better, and other times it was a little more iffy if I went in there at even a slight angle, either back and forth or hitting the gate angle itself was a little iffy. So, and this wasn't too bumpy, and it actually stayed pretty secure, but like right about here is where by the end of the job it got pretty squishy. And that wasn't even the low part. So in the lower parts where I'm traveling through here, it was actually pretty solid ground. And then by the end of this job, it was actually raining a little bit and ended up pretty much pouring. Well, not pouring, but close enough to pouring to make everything pretty wet. But we were basically putting away the tractor by that time. So this was probably like 5 o'clock, maybe 5:30, something like that. And I got done around like, probably 6:30 or 7. So it wasn't that big a job. And it went, overall pretty quickly. I think it was on the tractor for a little bit more than an hour, getting rid of that load, taking it all the way back there and stuff, and just carefully taking it through this course to a certain extent. So if you liked the video, you can hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. And if you wanted to see more videos about the John Deere 1 Series or my garden tractors, you can hit the subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.